Buongiorno e benvenuti. My name is Giovanna and I welcome all of you to my kitchen on the cliff. Today we're going to make one of the most wonderful cakes. It's a very tasty cake that's perfectly fine all by itself, but it also is the base for many, many wonderful desserts. So, the cake is called pan di Spagna, which means the bread of Spain. It is a wonderful, delicious cake and very, very simple. If you're Italian, you know that you make pan di Spagna with 6 eggs, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar. Let's begin, and we're going to begin by separating our 6 eggs. The eggs are best at room temperature. If the eggs are at room temperature, you get a better volume with the egg whites. When you're cracking eggs, don't do it on an edge because that will crush the egg and some of the eggshell may go inside the egg. So we do it on a flat surface. If you get some egg yolk in the egg whites, they're not going to make a meringue, and we need to make a meringue for this cake. All right, we're going to use the balloon whisk and we're going to whip the egg whites. Now I'm adding a half a cup of sugar to the egg whites, and the other half a cup of sugar will go into the egg yolks. Okay, we have a nice meringue. So now we're going to put the egg yolks in the KitchenAid. We're going to add the rest of the sugar to the egg yolks. This is a childhood memory, but my mother always put 2 extra egg yolks in this cake because my brother and I loved the egg yolks with the sugar so much that we would eat spoonfuls of it. So she would compensate by putting in 2 extra egg yolks for the ones that we were eating. Now I'm going to add the flavoring. Now you can add vanilla or any flavoring you like. I'm using this wonderful flavor called Fiori di Sicilia, flowers of Sicily. Now I'm going to add about 1/3 of this flour, and I'm going to fold it in. Folding is just bringing the spatula around, going from the bottom to the top. Now I'm going to add 1/3 of the meringue, and I keep folding. I'm going to add the rest of the flour, and before it's thoroughly mixed, I'm going to add the rest of the egg whites. Okay, you're always going to the bottom of the bowl and bringing it up to the surface. Just go in circles until the white disappears. This is a quiche pan. A quiche pan has a removable bottom, you see? So this will make it very, very easy to unmold the cake. The other 2 have a well. It means that when you turn the cake out, it's going to have this well, which is where you put the filling, so the filling doesn't ooze out of the sides. All of these pans have to be very well sprayed. Never put these in the oven by themselves because this can spill in the oven. You don't want that. So you always, if you're cooking a pie, you're cooking anything that could possibly spill over, always put them in a pan. So the cakes went into a 350-degree preheated oven, and we set the timer for 20 minutes. Beautiful. So this is cooling right now, and you notice that it's shrinking away from the pan, you see? So now we're going to turn it over. We're going to make the filling. This is a ricotta filling. Ricotta is one of the most versatile products in our cuisine. This is what I call Italian deli ricotta. This is not ricotta from the supermarket. You have to buy it at an Italian deli. It comes in a metal container. The container has little holes so that it continues to drain. The filling is going to be ricotta. Half the filling will have chocolate and the other half will have citron. we're going to add half a cup of sugar, and we're going to beat it until smooth. It has to be smooth as silk. So we're going to take 2 tablespoons of this ricotta, and we're going to reserve that. That will be for the icing. So now we're going to split this between 2 bowls. One is going to have chocolate, pure chocolate bits. The second filling is going to have citron. Citron is a citrus fruit with a very thick skin, and the thick skin is candied, cut up small, and it's used for fillings, for cannoli, for fruit cakes. And now I'm going to show you a very, very important little trick for cake decorating. This is parchment paper. I'm going to take both pieces and I'm going to fold it into a triangle, and I'm going to cut away this end. This we cut in half. And we now have 4 triangles. What we're going to do is to place these triangles under the cake. We lift an edge and we put the triangle down. Now you're going to see pretty soon how important this step is. Now we're ready to fill the cake. This is Marsala. It's a sweet wine from Italy. Those of us who are a certain age will recognize this bottle with this top. So this was a bottle, a Coke bottle, any kind of a bottle. Yeah, it's called, look, laundry sprinkler. And I had to pay $12 for this because they're not made anymore. Nobody uses laundry sprinklers anymore. But for me, it's very useful because this sprinkles the Marsala very nicely and very evenly. So remember I told you that this is one of the most versatile cakes. This cake will hold more than its own weight in liquid. So this is now inzuppata. Inzuppare means to soak up. All right, so now we're going to put the filling. So this is the fruit filling. Now we put the next layer. All right, we're going to sprinkle this with Marsala. We put the next filling, which is the one with chocolate. This is one of the most delicious cakes ever. It's such a wonderful combination of flavors. We're making the frosting. When we beat the ricotta initially, we set aside 2 tablespoonfuls, and we're going to add 2 cups of confectioner sugar to the ricotta. We'll probably have to add a few drops of milk. You do that slowly because this will soak up an awful lot of sugar. So we're going to spread it on top. This actually is not going to be visible. This is going to act as a glue. Now I'm coating the sides with almonds. We're putting on a crown of candied cherries. We do the instant cleanup. Well, now you know how to make a Cassata Siciliana. It was a pleasure making a Cassata Siciliana with you today. I hope you try it. It's a holiday cake if there ever was one. Enjoy making one. Let me know if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Ciao, alla prossima volta. Ciao.